Winston! I will come out there and I will love your ass to death. I do love my cat. He's getting huffy with me. This little fucker's getting huffy with me. I can't. Boy, you best chill yo shit. Anyway, it's time for an additions. Did I say who's good? Who's good? Potatoes. Spin the leak here with an additions. If you don't know what additions is, essentially, I'm holding games. Essentially, I talk about a game that I've been playing or have played in the past, and talk about aspects that I felt were missing from the game. Whether it's a button, whether it's a mechanic, whether it's an entire segment of the story. And you should feel free to do the same in the comments down below. Whatever you would add to a game, I try to ground myself in the norm, reasonable things the developer could have done. But you can just change up whatever the fuck you want. Like, let's say in Borderlands 3, all of a sudden you want a fucking zombie mode to come out of nowhere. Just throw that in there. That if that's what the game means to you, that's what the game means to you. And I can't believe my first additions in a while is going to be an ecchi game. I love ecchi games. And people get iffy about that. They're like, oh my god, you're so fucking perverse. Well, fuck you, okay? Fuck you. I'm still having this fucking conversation with myself. I've been off ever since I woke up from a nightmare earlier this morning. It was the weirdest thing, too. I was just having a normal dream. Nothing much was happening. It was just, walking around, going about my day. My phone rings in the dream. I answer that shit. And a voice just screams at me as loud as it possibly could. It was like 70 women's voices at the same time. Why the fuck are you calling me? That shit jolted me awake. And no one ever calls me. No one calls me. Maybe my mother every now and then whenever something's going on. But yeah, no one calls me. Lonely fucker. Now, the fact that I love ecchi games is no surprise. I feature plenty of them on the channel. Let's just name off a few. Akiba's Trip. Fucking love it. Did an entire Let's Play of it. Might go back and do a stream series of me actually getting another platinum trophy on it. I can get two. I have one for the PS3. I'm gonna get one on the PS4, motherfuckers. Of course, we have Schoolgirl Zombie Hunter. Very fun one. It has a lot to do with this game that I'm about to be talking about. And we have Catherine Full Body. If you don't count this, you're fucking blind. Okay? Yeah, that's definitely an ecchi game. And of course, the topic is going to be Gun Pixies. Now, this is a third-person shooter. The elements that really make it ecchi is the ammunition you use, the goal, and the fact that your life bar is regulated by the articles of clothing that you're wearing. So basically, the more damage you take, the more clothing you lose, and the fact is you're going to be shooting at co-eds until they climax. Yeah. No, just right out there with it. It figures that would be made into it. I'm not even going to make that joke. Now let's talk about the actual story. Apparently, the Pixies, the main two girls, they're supposed to be some sort of alien life forms from a world where people no longer really get along or form bonds, but they formed a bond, a little bit of friendship, the air just cut on, and that's what made them special for the mission. That's what made them ideal. And they're analyzing humans, trying to make their life better in order to take their knowledge back and try to influence their entire society. Which is actually pretty fucking dope. From what I understand, this game was originally supposed to be a very serious project about defeating evil and, all sorts of shit throughout space. And as it progressed, it kind of just went, what, let's just make this fun. Let's just make it a big, dirty joke. And I'm fucking happy that they did. Whenever this development company, I think it's Cryware was a part of it. They're the one that I recognize. The other ones, I don't fucking know them. Whenever they're involved in a project and it's supposed to be serious, you end up with something like with Neptunia, which is still moa as fuck. Yeah. So let's talk about actual elements of gameplay. So it's a third-person shooter. You're going to be working over rough terrain. There have to be elements of stealth and speed. You can't be spotted, and you strike some JoJo-ass poses in order to make a couple of meters counting down. The actual aim mechanics are a little bit jarring, similar to Schoolgirl Zombie Hunter. I keep referencing it because there's so many similarities between the two, but they're also very vastly different games. This one focuses more on story elements, whereas Schoolgirl Zombie Hunter focused mostly on the shoot and loot elements. That is one thing I really loved. And even then, it wasn't as jarring to aim, but this, you're trying to aim downfield. You can't get up close because then you fucking lose. So you're aiming at specific body parts. Go ahead and let your mind wander. I don't give a fuck. You're aiming at specific body parts in order to do certain amounts of damage and try to hit specific targets in certain events. I'm not going to go too much into depth. If you feel like playing this game, fucking play it. Which, Jeff would probably ask if he can check this out. I might let him. Now, I don't know if I said it in this version that I'm recording. I fucked it up earlier. I was flubbing all over the place because I wasn't exactly awake. I'm still tired as hell. But I love ecchi games for one specific reason. There's so little effort put into the story that the rest of the focus goes straight into gameplay. And while some elements are still jarring, they focus on fun. Akiba's Trip, it got to the point where I was beating the story 3 times a day, trying to get the platinum trophy. I would not give up. Catherine Full Body, I go back and I play it almost religiously. I go through, I'm like, I'm gonna go for this ending this time, this ending this time, this ending this time. The only reason I have to space it out is, like I said, stories typically aren't the best. Catherine is the exception, but at the same time, I'm going through the same exact fucking steps every single fucking moment of the fucking story. No thank you. If I play it back to back to back to back, I'm gonna be sitting there fucking mouthing the words. I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. It is gonna be the definition of insanity. This game, there's a free play option, there's customization. You can always switch things up. You can use different levels of powered firearms. You can change the costumes, change the underwear, whatever the hell you feel like doing. Even change the voice actors, I think. I think I saw that was an option. Now, with all the stuff that Gun Pixies has going for it, there are a few big issues. I'm going to start with the 2 that I'm really not going to have a problem with that can stay. I'm going to talk about the one that really fucking bugs me. That will be my addition. First of all, I already mentioned the aiming. It's a little bit jarring, but it's nothing that you can't work with, and you don't need to be laser fucking accurate in this game. There's a broad spectrum of things that you can hit that can go to the total points. Second of all, camera angles. Camera angles are a big fucking issue in this game. Here's the thing. In Gundam Breaker, the camera was mostly fixed. Whenever you locked onto something, you would just run straight into a wall, no big whoop. It's whenever you're in tight quarters, the camera is restricted, so you have difficulty moving. A little bit of maneuverability goes a long way, and sometimes you just can't see the shit around you. It's rough, and you are avoiding a lot. There's a lot of particle effects you have to dodge. There's like some sort of Pokemon-ass swift attack coming at you half the times whenever you're in a boss fight, and there's plenty of enemies to avoid, and sometimes you just want to look around for coins. You could just zoom in on the scope. I don't want to have to hit another button to move the fucking camera, okay? The thing that really needs to change, my addition to this, what I feel the developers should have done is allowed you to freely save and leave the fucking game in the middle of all the fucking scenes, okay? There's a lot of talking in this between the missions, and most of the time, you can return to the main menu from the mission menu. And it's called Return to Brief, okay? I don't want to have to go through all the talking if I decide, I'm just gonna exit out, do some customization, and build up some coin because I'm getting tired of the story. I want to do some free play. I don't want to have to wade through, 30 minutes of fucking story just to get to a point where I can go ahead and exit out. The game is mostly text-based. You can work that option in. You can allow us to save in between lines of dialogue, leave, and come back at our leisure. Just that little bit of maneuverability is all you need. You can have clunky gameplay. You can have tight camera angles. Give us that one little bit of freedom. That's all I fucking ask. What would you add to this game? Have you played it? What'd you think? Post all that in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Keep on keeping on. I am going to play this motherfucker a little bit more. I might actually download Schoolgirl Zombie Hunter. Actually, I need to download... I need to download Akiba's Trip. I need to finally get that platinum trophy again. I've been rambling for a while. Keep on keeping on.